Are you copying the competition? Are you looking to your neighbor who's in your industry and asking what they charge? Trying to find out what they charge? You're trying to find out what their skills are, if they're bigger, better, or whatever than you are? Are you doing comparison charging? Or are you coming into agreement with God and what He wants you to charge for the full value of the work you provide, not based on your industry, not based on the person next to you, but based on what you have in you, that you know you can bring somebody else through, or that you know is a good product, or whatever it is in your industry that you know you are amazing at doing hair color, or you're amazing at doing this cut, or whatever it is. Charge for the full value of the work that you provide. I'm not going to give you that number, but I promise you it's more than the number that you have on your ticket right now. So what are you coming into agreement with? Are you coming into agreement with the person beside you? Or do you want to come into agreement with the mustard seed faith that you have in you through the Holy Spirit who is in you? It's the Holy Spirit advantage. You have the Holy Spirit advantage. What if you stood on that authority? I am a leader in the kingdom. I am a visionary in the kingdom. So I have the Holy Spirit advantage. What if you said that over yourself every single morning? Do you think that your profits would change after that? Do you think that your worth and your value that you see in yourself would change after that? Absolutely. If you read every day what God says you are, if you looked in the mirror and told yourself every single day those things, the radical transformation, the renewal of your mind that happens when you do that also transforms your business and your profits. I don't want you to feel capped and restricted. As a visionary in the kingdom of heaven, as a visionary with skills and things planted inside of you that God has for you and designed for you, I don't want you comparing to anybody else, because you're not anybody else. Yes, we are all beautifully, wonderfully, masterpiece, made, in God's image, absolutely. But we are still unique to Him, and He calls us His own. We are unique in the kingdom. We are unique on this earth for a purpose. And we have gifts to share with the world. It doesn't matter what they are. You don't have to come into agreement with the world. You can choose to come into agreement with God. And you can use the world's view as a tool, but not the foundation. Let your foundation be the kingdom of heaven, a mustard seed faith that is invasive. Let that be your foundation and not the world. And in the rooted experience, I take clients through uprooting that rot so that you can come fully into agreement with God and truly be free in all areas, but to also be free in your leadership, in your business, to charge premium prices for the full value of the work you provide. Because there is a lack of the kingdom of heaven in our businesses, in our leadership. There's a lack, and there's a gap. So let's bring forth the kingdom of heaven here on earth, even in our businesses and different industries. God gives you these gifts and wants you to charge for the full value of them, because He knows. He already knows. And He wants you prosperous. Choose God in your business. Choose the radical active faith of a mustard seed. Don't come into agreement with the hidden root rot that's been suffocating your profits. It isn't something external. You're not going to find a blueprint like this. There's no blueprint for this. There's no strategy for this. The strategy is Jesus. The strategy is uprooting. Saying, be uprooted, because you have the authority to do so. Be uprooted. I'm not going to come into agreement with the world anymore, because I'm going to charge for the full value of the work that I provide. So are you trusting the algorithm, or are you trusting God? because it only takes one. If you're on here, if you're on YouTube and you're wondering why you're not getting any views, you're wondering why you don't, all these things, because you see someone posting and they're getting millions of views, why are you not getting millions of views? That's the wrong question. You need only one view. When you're in a premium charging class, you need only one view. You don't have to be the most well-known. You don't have to be the most in the spotlight to charge premium prices. You just have to stand on integrity with that type of radical act of faith and let God work through you. Let him bring you those people that are in need of you. If you're a coach, a life coach, a healing practitioner, a holistic, whatever it is, in construction, even that. Let God be your source, not the algorithm, not a YouTube guru who's telling you that you need to do this, this, and this, and then this, and fall into line with everybody else on YouTube. Because again, God, the algorithm doesn't matter to God. He can do whatever he wants. Just come into agreement with it. Come into agreement with what God has for you, whatever that looks like. And having an intimate relationship with Jesus, it's easy to do that. You can just sit with him and ask him. He wants to talk to you. He wants to make you prosperous. He wants your business, your leadership, your life to look like him, to look like, oh my gosh, how's this person doing it? Jesus. Point back to Jesus every time. And we can do that in our businesses too. Yes. Do you hear of businesses that stand on their belief system who get ridiculed? Absolutely. That's going to happen. It's going to happen. But what do you trust more? What, the world or God? So I encourage you to check out my website. Check out the Rooted community. Join the email list. Start learning a little bit more about this hidden root rot that we all have. That we all have to uproot. Sometimes daily, I have to sit and uproot these things, okay? So learn about that. Join us so you can understand when I say that premium prices start within. That I mean within your identity and your belief system. Now, I'm not talking about your morals. I'm not talking about, anything other than your belief system around your identity and who you believe that you are and what you say that you are, and if you can charge premium prices or not, or whether or not you're comparing yourself to somebody left and right, okay? Just take a minute to think outside the box for the reason why you have a capped profit. Think outside the box for the reason why you're stuck at 10K. And think outside the box by thinking inward instead of looking outward to a new funnel, a new strategy, a new marketing system, a new blueprint strategy, whatever it is. I can call this a strategy. I guess it kind of is a strategy to uproot, but isn't what it's not going to be a blueprint. It's not a strategy for, a how-to this and that. It's just not, that's not what we do in the Rooted experience. We take you through a true transformational, foundation renewing, mustard seed invasive faith, radical, coming into agreement with God. That's what we do by uprooting that rot. And when you're free from it. You're free and you're aware, and then you can bust through your ceiling profit. Only then. Otherwise, it just ends up going somewhere else, or you get capped again, because the funnel stopped working, and you get burned out, and you have turnover, or whatever it is, all of these things really do start within in our decisions and our subconscious. And if you'd like to know more about that, leave that in the comments. I would love to talk more in depth about our subconscious and how that works in our decision making, and we don't even realize it. Absolutely. Let's talk more about it. If you want to hear more about it, leave it down in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you guys are struggling with. I want to know. I want to hear from you guys. What are you struggling with in your business? And what do you think the reason is that you're struggling with it? And I'll leave the link to apply to work with me down at the bottom, along with my website link, so that you can join the Rooted community. Thank you so much. I love you, visionaries. Have a beautiful day.